What's up, guys? Ruxin34 back here with another video, and today we have got another PSA returns. Now this one's gonna be a lot bigger than the first two. It's about 27 cards, I believe, and we had some actual really good results. I've seen the grades already, which I know is kind of not that exciting, but we're gonna go over them together. Some pretty sweet cards in here. Nothing like, worth $3,000, but still some really sweet stuff. So I think I'm going to turn this light down to that one. There we go. It's a little better. So first we have this Sanctuary of the Sky. I'm going to try and give a little bit of a background of where the card came from. If you've seen my Ancient Sanctuary opening, I pulled this, and I thought it looked really good, so I thought I had a chance. So we subbed it. It also is a low pop card. So first card got a mint 9, which was surprising, honestly, because I pulled this and it looked really good. Maybe the back centering, it's pretty bad. But one thing I noticed when looking over these cards real quick is that they were pretty generous. They were like, if there was a card on the border for like centering, it looks like they gave me the benefit of the doubt. So it was like, I didn't like get a lot of 9s because of centering, I don't think. All right, next card we got is a Confiscation. This card's really cool because like just the guy right here is hollow. I'm not sure where I got this card, but I remember looking through all my hollows and thinking this one looked really clean. So this one got the Gem Mint 10, which was pretty sick. I don't remember where I got it, but I mean any 10 is awesome. I actually subbed 2 of these, so we should have another one at some point. Here we got a Royal Decree. This is a TV6 Royal Decree. I think this actually was pulled on one of Halo God's streams. I got a DB, what is this, DB1 or 2? No, sorry. I was confusing this with a DB1. Never mind. This, I think I got this from Gezi, actually. I got a DB1 version of this on one of Halo God streams. This is what I'm talking about. See this top to bottom centering? It was really top to bottom they were generous with. Because see this pretty thick border up here, and it got a gem mint. So it was like I had a big border, small border down there, and still got the gem. So pretty sweet card. A lot of my cards were top to bottom off centered, so it was actually good that they were pretty chill about the top to bottom. This is a Needleworm from TB5, so it's the reprint. It's not the TB3 version, but still a really cool card from Tournament Pack. And it got a 7, near mint 7. So this was the worst card in the sub. I think I might have missed like a micro den or something, because like it looked good, but there might have been a micro den. I really can't find it on the card, so that was the worst grade. It got a near mint 7. So I have 2 Dragon Ball cards. This is one of them. It's a secret rare from Colossal Warfare, and it got a Gem Mint 10. Which, if you guys have seen Dragon Ball cards at all, they almost always grade 10s. It's because they're brand new, so they're super easy to grade. That's why the value of PSA cards has been plummeting for them. Here's another secret rare from the World Martial Arts Tournament. Also got a Gem Mint 10. That one's super cheap. It was like a $20 card, ungraded. So here's the other Confiscation. As I said before, I don't remember where this one came from, but both of these were like really nice Gem Mint 10. So those I think both definitely deserved it. They were easily Gem Mint quality. Here's a Necro Valley. I think I got this from 416 Rare Cards a while back as a raw card, and it was super clean, pretty well centered. Well centered actually. So pretty nice card. This was like a pop 5 or 6, I think. So it was low pop, so I sent it in and got another Gem Mint. So did pretty well on the old school supers. I sent in several of them and did pretty good. Here's another old school super. This is from Magic Ruler, Black Illusion Ritual. This one's really cool because it goes relinquished, obviously. So it looks good. It had the front centering. The back looks pretty good. And it also got a Gem Mint 10. So far we've gotten 2, 4, 7 10s, 1 9, and a 7. So obviously that's pretty good. Good ratios. A lot better than last time when I got 2 10s out of 10 cards. Here's my favorite card, Millennium Shield. This card I really want as a Gem Mint 10. And This one I thought had a pretty good shot. I think it was this centering that got it in because it got a mint 9. Because it's a little bit off-centered and a little bit off-centered this way as well. But like the card is like super clean. So it ended up getting a 9, which was unfortunate because like I would love to get one of those as a 10. That's one of the cards I want as a 10. But I still haven't gotten it. So here's a reprint, Chaos and Burt Dragon. I pulled this from an reprint IOC pack. Just look at the secret rare. It looks great. It's a really sweet looking card. These reprints, like look at this card. It looks perfect. These reprints are really tough to grade. I'm not really sure. There's either a factory line or like a scratch right there. But this one got the mint 9. I'm not sure why. Because it looks so good when I sit it in. But the reprints, I sent in several reprints. The reprints were the toughest part to grade. Here's another reprint. Got a Gate Guardian Secret Rare reprint card. It is pretty off-center, so that could possibly be why it got a mint 9. So that was pretty off-centered. But other than that, it was like super clean when I sent it in. So it was another 9. Next, I think I sent in 5 total reprints. So there's 2 of them. Here's the third one, Dark Magician of Chaos. See, this one is very well centered. The back looks very good. So I'm thinking gem mint maybe? No, another mint 9. So so like my old school cards, the ones that are actually really old, came out in 2002, 2003, they're getting 10s. The ones that came out in 2014, they reprinted, are getting 9s. So here's another reprint. We got a Beast Skull Dragon, Metal Raiders. I pulled this one myself as well. I pulled all of these reprints myself. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice back there. And it got another mint 9. So 4 of my reprints got a mint 9. So our 9s are catching our 10s now. I have another reprint in there somewhere, but it looks like it's not coming next. So here's Dark Balter the Terrible. This one's pretty off-center top to bottom. It's got a little foil bleed here. Pretty off-center top to bottom. Legacy of Darkness style. But the side-to-side's pretty good. The back is good. It's really clean. And this one got a gem mint. So it looks a little tilted, actually, because over here it looks kind of pretty well centered, and then over here it does not. So it looks like it's a little bit rotated, like some of those cards can be. Oh, here's our final reprint. We got 1,000 Eyes Restrict. I pulled this one myself. I don't even remember. It was so long ago when I pulled it. I pulled it a really long time ago. And I just kind of had it sitting in a top loader. So the last of my reprints, I finally got a gem mint 10. So I got a 10 on one of the reprints, the 1,000 Eyes Restrict. But the other ones all got 9s, which was crazy. So at least I got one of them as a 10. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'm just used to putting those over the 9 stack. But at least we got one of them at 10. Here's a pretty sweet card. The Fiend Mega Cyber, first edition from Pharaoh's Servant. Really cool card. It was in really good shape. If you see, I don't know what's going on with PSA. I'm gonna have another discussion about this. But there's a little dot right there that is not on the card, but it wasn't on the card, and now there's just this dot there. And I think it's on the card, which is just really annoying. So it was not there before. So let's just check out the grade. I got a gem mint 10. So it got a gem mint 10. It probably would not have gotten a gem mint 10 if this had been on. Can you see that on the camera? Yeah, if that had been on there, probably wouldn't have gotten a 10. So I guess it's the encapsulation process. They keep getting these white dots on my cards, which is just very annoying when you get a gem mint supposedly perfect card and your card is, no longer perfect because it has a white dot on the back, which is just very frustrating. All right, the next card. This card's really sick. This is a Dark Beginnings 1 Pot of Greed, which is, I believe, the only super rare Pot of Greed. I'm probably wrong about that, but this card is sick. Like DB1, 2004, Dark Beginnings 1. We got the super rare Pot of Greed. Submitted this thing because 1, it was super clean, and 2, it's just, it's Pot of Greed. It's awesome. So it got a gem mint 10, which I was really excited about because you just don't see a lot of Dark Beginnings being graded because it's like it's a reprint. So, you know, not a lot of people are grading reprints. Like, I graded some reprints. I graded some Dark Beginnings. So, I mean, a super rare pot of greed, you just can't go wrong. It's just really cool. This next one, this is, I think, the only Dark Magician Girl I own. I still need the MFC one to complete my holo set. But I got this card out of a collection a while back, and it was literally almost perfect. The only thing is slightly off-centered this way. It's a little thicker right here, but not much, so I thought it could probably escape. The back's incredibly clean, and it did get the gem at 10. I think the centering's within range. It's pretty close, but this card, other than the centering, was insanely clean. Like, I just had to submit it. Like, I didn't necessarily care for the card that much, but I just knew it was going to grade well, so I sent it. Here's another Dark Beginnings 1 card. I actually got this card. I bought a lot on Facebook for like $40, and I kind of took a gamble because I didn't really see any good cards in it. And this was literally the only decent card in the entire lot. The rest of the cards were destroyed. Like, I'm talking horrible condition. They were like commons and rares. Like, there wasn't even something remotely valuable in it. So I got like a $10 card out of $40. So I was like, man, that was a waste. But I got to this card, and it was literally like perfect condition, which was unbelievable. It was in a plastic bag with a bunch of destroyed cards, and this card is just sitting in the middle of it. Perfect condition. Like, I was like, this card is gradable, like, which is just really weird because it's in a plastic bag with a bunch of crappy cards. So I sent it in, and it did get a gem mint, it was crazy. I can't believe that it was still in good condition, gem mint condition, and with all those around it. And this card's actually a pop one, which it's Dark Beginnings. A lot of people are grading it, but it's the only Dark Beginnings Change of Heart in PSA 10. So that's pretty cool. So that's a pretty sick card. All right, we've got a few more. Here's a Harpy Lady Sisters. It is slightly faded. It's a little faded. Metal Raiders. Metal Raiders is known for having some faded cards. Really sweet, super rare card. I bought this as mint because it was, and I got videos and I was like, man, this card's really nice. I think I was expecting to get a 10 on it, and I think there might have been one tiny thing that was wrong with it. I can't remember what it was because it's been so long, but I ended up getting the 10, which was sick because this is like an awesome card. Because any Metal Raider Super is pretty cool, but this is a really, really cool card, anime card, just good stuff. So glad we got that one. Here is our Dark Magic Attack from our Ancient Sanctuary box. I only submitted this card and the Sanctuary from the box because the others had like junk on the back and they weren't going to grade 10s. And obviously the Sanctuary didn't either, so it made me a little nervous for this Dark Magic Attack. This was the big pull from the box. I mean, it's really only worth $25 or $30, but ungraded. But I think a gem mint's maybe $125. So I was really wanting to, a 10 out of this because I pulled it myself. And as you saw in the video, it was in really good condition. So it got the 10. So that was really, really awesome. A sweet card. Especially, it's always nice to pull the card and then grade it and get a 10. So it's like you did everything. Oh, here's a big time one. If it's a 9, it's, essentially worthless. Maybe like a $50 card. If it gets a 10, it's like a $300 card because it's low pop and people are trying to complete their secret sets. So we got a Mazera DeVille Ancient Sanctuary Secret Rare. This card, I literally just threw this in. It was really clean, but it was off-centered up here. And as I've mentioned before, we've seen in this sub a lot of my top to bottoms that are a little off. They let it go. So that was literally it. But I was like, that centering is probably going to get it a 9. But I was like, I'll just send it in anyway. It's just a bulk sub. So I'll just send it in. And it got the gem mint. It's not way off, but I was just thinking they're so strict with secret rares and stuff that they're not gonna like let it slide, that it's slightly tilted off, but they let it go, and I guess it was close enough, and it got a gem mint, which is awesome, which is so cool. So that's my first secret rare from the original sets I've ever graded as a 10, so it's pretty awesome. Oh, here's one of my favorites. Here's the Ghost Rare. This one's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Tube, Tim's video. I got some of the Duelist pack Japanese from it, or what are they? Yeah, whatever these things are, Japanese. with it because I was wanting to pull this, and he opened them on his channel. He opened 2 of the boxes and he pulled this for me. So he said in the video when he first pulled it, he thought it was like extremely clean. It should easily be a 10. So obviously I sent it in. Really, the only thing wrong with this guy is it's extremely off-centered on the back, which usually, as you know, the back is not super important when it comes to centering compared to the front. So the front was, good centering. So if this didn't get a 10, I was going to be mad, and it did because it was super, super clean. Really cool Ghost Rare Red Eyes card. So that was extremely exciting to get. Next, we got another card that this came in the same collection I bought as the Dark Magician Girl, a Winged Kuriboh, which also extremely clean. There was a couple of problems with it. One, top to bottom centering, as we've seen before. This one was pretty off-center at the top. Then on the back, it had a weird corner. It's not like messed up, but it's just white. It's just like really whitened. Like it has a lot of whitening. And then the back centering is off up here as well. So it was mostly that centering. And as we've seen, we've done okay with the centering. So I really thought this was going to get a 9, so I wasn't going to be disappointed. And it got a gem. So these graders were incredible. I was going to be content with a 9 because I was expecting it, but when I heard this got a 10, I was so excited. I actually have another one there that I expect to do better, but I can't do better now because I got a 10. So I might have 2 10s, which would be incredible. Here was the biggest surprise of the sub. So this is a wavy right arm of the Forbidden One from Legend of Blue Eyes, first edition. It's pretty faded, really cool card. Lowered name, like the wavy prints usually are. But as you see, top to bottom, off center. It has like a little tiny like nick kind of thing up here. It's like not even a nick. It's like a dot. But for some reason, when I was thinking about the card, I was thinking there was a nick up there, but it's not a nick. It's just a dot. So I almost didn't sub this. I just subbed it because I was like, let's just get it encapsulated because it's in fairly nice condition. Honestly, I was thinking if it gets like a 7, I'll be happy. I was like, if it gets a 7, it'll be happy. I don't think I actually looked it over that well because it got a lot better than a 7. It got a mint 9. So this was unbelievable. I was like, how did that get a 9? But now that I'm looking at it, the card is super clean. Like, I mean, it's way off center. Like, there's the little dot. It's like, it's slight, but it is there. So there was that. There was a little corner dot and then some off centering on the top. So that's why I got the 9. But a lot cleaner than I remembered it. Oh, wait, wrong thing. Have I been putting these in the right stacks? When was the last time we got a 9? Okay, we gotta go 3s. We haven't got a 9 in a while. I think that was the first 9. So, okay, let's put these back. Okay, we got one more card, which has a little bit of a story to it. So here we go. It's an unlimited original LOB Blue Eyes. So, really cool card. It was extremely clean. I was like, this thing is going to do well. 9 to 10 is what I was expecting. And it did get a gem mint. But the crazy part about this card, I don't know if you guys have watched Thug Noodles on Instagram or Kanye West on YouTube's video where he has a gem mint 10 first edition Blue Eyes that has this stuff on the back, as I mentioned earlier. And he cracked his Blue Eyes because it was in there. Well, I got my gem mint 10 unlimited Blue Eyes today. I turned it over. And let's see if you can see it. Over here, it's hard to tell. I don't know if you can see that. There's some white stuff right here. And it's just like that stuff that he had on his card. So I don't know what PSA is doing. Like, it's really hard to tell. It's not as bad as what was on his. But there's like a couple of things of white. Just like on the card, which is just so annoying because it's a gem mint 10. It's hard to show on this, but a couple of white dots, or white, not even dots, are bigger than dots, on the gem mint 10 Blue Eyes, which is just it's not a first edition or anything, which is just incredibly annoying. A gem mint card, and they grade it a 10 and then they encapsulate it, and they get this junk in the case. And it looks, I think it's on, like, literally on the card, but these cases are so close, I can't really tell. It's just such a bummer because it's, like, so annoying to see that. Like, you're like, ooh, look at my perfect card. Oh, what is this crap? Oh, I can't even wipe it off because it's under there. So it's very frustrating. But, I mean, the grade is incredible. You got a 10. But it's a buzzkill to have that happen to your card. But overall, the sub was absolutely insane. Like, as you see, we got, we got 1 7, 7 9s, and that means we got 18 10s. So 18 10s, and then one of the 9s was super exciting because I was expecting lower. So really, Needleworm was the huge disappointment. Other than that, everything I was pretty happy with. Other than the reprints, they didn't do so well. But it was a pretty awesome sub. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see. Some of my favorites were probably the last few. These were some of the best cards, probably. I'll just kind of do that, kind of get some gems. I mean, these were awesome. Getting 10s on all these was super cool. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to have 22 more cards coming eventually. And then I'm going to have a sub video for cards I'm sending out for a platinum sub soon. I'm going to get my own. I've been subbing through Gezi. He's a really great guy. And I'm sure you know him from Instagram. And he's been really, really great subbing my cards. And I'm still going to sub some bulk with him. But I am going to get my own so I can sub like 15 cards on the quick service. So I'm probably going to be doing both. So I'm going to send some to him and I'm going to send some myself. So keep an eye out for more of those and a submission video of what I'm going to sub. And that's about it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. 面影に僕らは夢抱きかけ抜けてくそういつの日か